What's going on, guys? John Santos, and in today's video we're actually going to take you through the entire process of making a t-shirt and showing you how it actually gets printed and made so you could build your brand from the ground up. In this video, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna head on over to bella+cavas, where we're gonna show you guys behind the scenes of how some of the production stuff is made out, and then we're actually gonna head on over to a print shop and show you how that is all done. All right, so by the end of this video, you guys will have all the knowledge available that you need to get started. And if you guys have any questions as you guys are watching this, make sure you comment down below, and more importantly, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification, and stay till the end of this video where I'm gonna give you guys an amazing bonus to help build your brand from the ground up. All right, I'm excited to get this thing started, so let's do it. So in the process of making a t-shirt and actually going to print, it's important to realize that it all starts with a design. All right, so right behind me here is the design room to bella+cavas. It's where they create the new ideas that they have in the pipeline, and they really put it all together, which connects it to the overall production side of things, which we'll show you right after. But in this part of the video, I just want to show you guys what it takes to design new ideas and new collections, and the work that goes into it, and eventually becomes a shirt that your printer receives, which is able to print your design and launch your brand. All right, let's do it. Now this is where the patterns are made and communicated with the factory. All right, so more importantly, on the next videos that we're actually gonna be launching, we're gonna dive into a lot more detail here, but this is where the entire production starts, all right, in the design room. And as you can see here, they got the patterns laid out. They got all the designers working actively to build the newest lines and newest collections that are launching years, months, or maybe are just gonna be sampled and not used. You never know what'll happen, but this is where it's all done. From the design stage, you actually head on over to the sampling side. So this is where the ideas from over there, from patterns and everything, come together to actually being produced. Now they produce multiple samples out of here. As you can tell, it's the end of the day right now, so every worker probably went home, but they have multiple machines to simulate what it is on the actual production floor. All right, so as you can see here, multiple machines, multiple skill sets are needed, but it all comes together and they get shipped to your door. Once the designs are tested and fitted, they go into the cutting side of the production. So now we're at the cutting facility. This is where they extended some of their tables. There's another room over there with some more tables, and there's actually another building on the other side with even more. So bella+cavas is upping their production on all kinds of garments. The demand is very high, and essentially the cutting floor is where the product comes to after the patterns are designed, they're graded, and they're tested. This is where the patterns are laid out and are actually mass produced to create millions of garments. All right, so instead of just making one at a time, these are cut in millions of quantities. And as you can see in this process, they actually ensure that the fabrics are as flat as possible. They allow them to rest, and then they actually vacuum seal them before they're getting cut. So as this is a mass cut production facility, what this means is that the machines actually are very precise. They're laser guided, and essentially it allows every piece of garment to be cut and stitched to perfection. An important thing to note in a cutting facility is that speed and efficiency is everything to this type of business model, especially in the United States, where the labor rates are increasing, the quality of work and the demand of product is starting to rise. You want to make sure that you have the leanest, meanest, most efficient manufacturing facility in America. So now we go into the sewing side of the actual production of a t-shirt garment. So watch, let me show you guys a couple things. Right back here, as you can see, is where they're starting to label and actually check the quality of the actual garments. So this is out of the production line already, and they're just kind of snipping away and making sure that the product was put together right. It's being set up, cut, sewn, and then over here, you can actually see that they're also organizing their cut pieces and their cut panels, which then go to the front to get sewn. So I want to show you guys all of those different areas and things to do. So let's do it. The sewing facility mass produces all of the garments that were cut and are now being produced in America. All right, so as you can see throughout this entire process, they got different lines of fabrication to speed up the process, keep consistency in the design, and quality control it. who, as you can see on this, every single sewer has a very specific job function. So this lady right here is doing a certain stitch to complete part of the t-shirt that's rolling out for one of the women's collection. So everybody has a certain job duty, and it gets completed stitch by stitch, piece by piece. Like I mentioned earlier, this is where they make their USA tees. So obviously those are a special type of edition and a special price, but I'm showing you guys a little bit about how the process works. So this is a final checkpoint before all the products are boxed up and ready to be shipped out to the people that ordered them. So you can see right over here, this is where they actually put together the packages that end up getting shipped to wherever it is that being ordered, whether that's the screen printer or the distributor that's going to sell that product. And we're going to actually head on over to the screen shop where these boxes arrive, they unload, and they print on your design. Let's do it. What's up, guys? So I'm here at the shirt agency. We're about to go inside. All right, so I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to show up, talk to Cole, and get this thing started. Let's do it. Thanks for having us here.
No problem, man.
And what I want to do is we want to really go over a few of the processes involved with actually making a t-shirt. So in terms of what does it take to actually screen print, DTG, and if somebody wants to do embroidery, what all goes down in that process?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you describe a little bit about the process of what it takes to actually screen print? So like what processes go on in the background, and what should the entrepreneur provide?
Yeah, so I mean, essentially what we're doing is we're creating glorified stencils. So first we go to the computer and we take the artwork and we create films. So we print a film out with a big inkjet printer. We send that over to the light table. The light table is going to expose a screen which has a photosensitive emulsion. When we rinse that out with water, we basically have like a really high detailed stencil, and we set that up for the press, and we go ahead and on an automatic press we put the ink through each individual screen.
So what is the ideal scenario for somebody to bring and start on a print production versus something like DTG?
Well, DTG is a little bit easier just because you can do it a little bit faster and ignore some of the quality issues. If you want to make a beautiful screen print, resolution matters a lot. Also, I would work exclusively with vector art if possible. You can do that with Adobe Illustrator.
And can you describe a little bit of the DTG process and how that goes down?
Yeah, DTG is really easy. So with that, the clients are just providing us with a PNG image. And basically all we're doing is running it through a big inkjet printer for garments. So it's like a $30,000 printer that looks exactly like the one you'd have at your home on your desk.
For those that are looking to do embroidery, what's the process involved with maybe embroidering a shirt or a hat here with you guys?
So with embroidery, all we're doing is taking the artwork, sending it through a digitizing program, which normally is pretty automated. And then we're taking that digitizing program and then shoving it into a embroidery machine with a USB stick. And then you're just pressing stitch and you just watch the machine go up and down with a needle. There's not much touch to it. You don't really do much of anything with embroidery.
Awesome, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and you are better able to understand the process of what it takes to actually have a raw fabric created into a t-shirt and put a design. All right. I know at times it could be a little bit overwhelming, and that's why this YouTube channel is here, and that's why we're forming this community. So make sure you leave your questions, if you have any, down below. More importantly, subscribe to this channel, share this video with a friend. Check out bella+cavas' channel for additional information. And more importantly, if you guys need additional resources or help, I launched a guide, which is a blueprint to starting your clothing line, and you guys can access that right over here. Check out the next videos associated with this channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Bye.